Don't just sit and wait for a miracle. Wait as you pursue. Hi guys, how are you? I know I promised about consistency, but something happened. I lost my grandmother, so I had to deal with that. I have come to realize people process grief differently. They process emotions differently. Like I am people, I don't like talking about my problems so much until I have dealt with them. But the thing with losing someone, you're not going to get them back. Like there's no afterlife. The afterlife is spiritual. You're not going to get them back physically. I don't know. How do you deal with grief? How do you deal with grief? Because I can tell you for a fact, people are different. Because my grandmother had a big family. What I've come to realize, people are processing her loss differently. Others are drinking. Others are being angry at people. I think I'm those people who find a reason, because I believe in science. So I find a reason to why things happen, which maybe I should just allow the universe to be. As a dietitian, I was feeling kind of guilty for her loss because she died out of a metabolic disorder. One of the challenges that I have come across as a dietitian is behavior change. People are not willing to change. They hold on to their habits so tightly because it's part of who they are, So they don't want to get into this thing that you're telling them, okay, fine, you need to start changing your ways. It becomes harder for us to manage most of these conditions that can actually be prevented. So my grandmother passed on. It was sad dealing with it. My baby was getting to school for the first time. I thought about postponing it. Actually, I tried, but the dad was like, we've already paid the school fees, bought the uniforms. Let her just go so that she can give you time to process your emotions, which has been great because I have been in the house from Monday to today alone. I have had some free time to process these things, and that is why I think I'm comfortable to talk about it this soon, because I'm usually those people who take my time, process, then before I'm ready to share, it's like 4 or 5 months later. But anyway, it happened. So I wanted to talk about the importance of adapting to change, because that is one of the reasons that my grandmother died, because maybe she was not open, or the people who are taking care of her were not open to change. Change is hard. Your system is going to fight you if you want to change. Like, that's why it's so hard for you to overcome addiction, or for someone to overcome addiction, because their body is used to that. The body likes comfort. The body likes things that it is used to. If you want now to start maybe doing something that you have not been doing, because it's the beginning of the year, most of us have goals, and of course for us to achieve those goals, we have to actualize change. It's going to be harder than you actually think. That's the first thing that we need to understand. Most people think change is easy. Ask me, I know change is not easy. Before you actually get the hack of change, or the habitual habits that are going to give you change, you will struggle. You will struggle mentally, you will struggle emotionally, you'll even struggle physically, because your body will be like, no, we are not going to do this. I think one of the things that we need to do is adapt a positive and a growth mindset shift. Because you see, with a fixed mindset, you can't change. Because if you have a fixed way of doing things, and then the hardness of change bombards you, trust me, you're going to quit. I think I used to have also that kind of fixed mindset, because I was like, no, I need to get employed. But at some point, when things went really south, I was like, now I have to find a way of doing things other ways. And I think that is how I started adapting the growth mindset, and then starting and working on a YouTube channel. Let me tell you, that thing will teach you how to actually have a growth mindset by force, unless you want to quit. If you're doing YouTube, you have to have a growth mindset, and you have to have a positive mindset, because it's hard. The analytics will crush you. The algorithm will not even push your video, but you're still expected to actually continue pushing out content. If you want to have different results this year, you have to have a different mindset. Another thing that I think will actually help us actualize change, have a spiritual connection. If you believe in God, if you're a Christian, by all means read the Bible. It has scriptures that are going to actually motivate you to actually go on with the challenges of change. So if you're a Muslim, you can do the Quran. It's very important because it's comforting to know that there's a spiritual being that is actually kind of pushing you to your goals. And you see, when you lay down your goals and you tell them to God, you tell him, these are the things I want to achieve. You pray over them and you tell him why you need them. You ask for wisdom. I was listening to a lady yesterday and she was like, the problem with us, we pray and ask for material things. We don't pray for wisdom. When you're praying for wisdom, you're praying for knowledge and for how to do things in a different way so that you can actually achieve the material things that you want. You're asking God to pour on you wisdom, clarity of mind, to pour on you good things that are going to guide you to ensure that you actually achieve the things that you want. We fail to achieve that when you don't pray for wisdom. Pray for strength and pray for mindfulness and clarity of mind and sanity. These are the things that can actually help you get over anything. Of course, we are going to pray for the material things because we are told he's a God of abundance and he listens. We are not supposed to limit him. Of course, pray for that house, pray for that car, pray for that amount of money that you want to achieve. Mention it and tell him, God, now give me wisdom, guide me on how to actually achieve these things. And if you believe that, you will have it easier when you're struggling with the effects of change. Another thing that actually helps when you're trying to actually change is have positive affirmation written down. I know it sounds cliche because I'm sure you've heard about it. Talk positively to yourself, talk positively to your friends, your husband, your kids. It is very important because the first thing, it helps with serotonin, releasing of the good feel endorphins. And this will actually improve your moods and it will give you more energy and zeal to work on that goal that you have. So have positive affirmation. Look at yourself in the mirror. Talk to yourself. Lillian, you are beautiful. Lillian, you are creative. Lillian, you're a good public speaker. Lillian, you are amazing. You're an amazing nutritionist. You're an amazing researcher. You're an amazing leader. You're an amazing all those things. If you can actually record yourself in a video like this, that will be great. Actually, before I started YouTube, I never used to think that you can actually record and talk to yourself. But 2022, before I actually published my first video, I actually talked to myself in like 4 videos before. Like I was just talking to myself, telling myself what I want to do, why I want to create that YouTube video. And actually, I think it helped a lot because it was a Saturday. I was just in the house. I said, okay, fine. I've talked to myself. I've told myself what I'm going to do. It's time for me to hit that publish. And I published the video. It didn't blow up, of course, as I expected. It has taken me a lot of time to blow up, but it's going to blow up one day because it's slow and progressive. It's okay even if it's slow and progressive. One day it will blow up and it will make sense why it has been so hard to grow that channel, but it will be okay. And refuse to listen to someone or to people who are going to bring you down because people are wicked. People are going to crush you. Let me tell you, when you're doing something, people will tell you all the negative things as to why you should not do it. By the way, you want to change your wardrobe, you want to change your look, you want to change your hair, you want to change your nails, you want to change your face, you even want to change your career. People will tell you all the reasons as to why it's impossible. They'll even mock you. And then if you listen to them, they win. Do not allow negative people to win. That is the mantra of this year. We are not allowing negativity to win. We are going to win with positivity and we are going to take the positive habits, the positive people, the positive things, and you're going to make it happen. For anyone going through a loss or a season of where lack of understanding, clarity and such, please hang in there. I tell myself, I'm also talking to myself, let's hang in there. Let's know that God has a reason as to why we are here. And the universe is kind enough. If we keep pushing, something positive will come out of it. Knock, knock, knock until someone opens the door, or push, push, push until something happens. Pray, 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 but don't pray without doing the action. Let's shy away from that mentality that you can pray. Of course, miracles did happen. They did exist. They still do because sometimes I think my life is a miracle. But if you're praying and not putting in the work, you'll be frustrated. Because even God says that ask and it shall be given. But when you're asking, you have your hands, do something. You have your brain, do something. Don't just sit and wait for a miracle. Wait as you pursue. If it's in farming, get to farming. Plant your seed. If it's in business, start the business. If it's in content creation, start publishing. If it's in digital marketing, start learning about design. Start learning about web marketing.